Hey, welcome to another episode of the Natural Medic Adventures. I'm glad that you're here, and this week we're going to talk about emergency fire starting. And I don't claim to be a wilderness survival expert. I do have a wilderness survival merit badge, so that's something. But I've been an outdoorsman since I was a Boy Scout back in the 80s and been active in the outdoors ever since. So I do have some good knowledge, I wouldn't say expert knowledge, but I would say good knowledge about how to start fires. And so talking about the 10 essentials, you may have a situation where you get into a bad situation. The weather changes. One of your buddies you're hiking with, hurts themselves. You have to stay on the trail overnight. So you might want to have, the ability to make fire, to dry your clothes off, cook some food, purify some water, keep yourself warm, to signal rescuers, what have you. Now, it's a good thing to keep in mind before you go on any adventure in the outdoors that you incorporate fire into your planning. And so what you want to do is you want to look at the regulations of that particular area that you're going to. State park, national park, forest, any kind of public land, BLM land, national forest, etc. So you'll know kind of ahead of time, because you want to try to practice leave no trace principles if you want to build a fire, for just whatever purposes. But for this, video, kind of all bets are off. You're needing to build this fire because it's an emergency situation, and if you don't do it, you will die. So that's kind of the difference between the scenario and kind of presented in this video. But keep that in mind, though. You don't want to start a forest fire and add an accident to injury, and make things worse, exacerbate the situation. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to give you some hints and some tips today. If you like what you're seeing here in my videos, give me that good old thumbs up. Love for you to subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Any links that I mentioned below are affiliate links, more than likely, and they don't cost you anything extra, but they help give me a little bit of kickback if you purchase through those links, and helps me support the channel. So I appreciate that, guys. So let's get on with the video. All right, so here we are. So one of the things you want to think about, and I realize I'm off camera here, one of the things you want to think about when you go to the wild is, you want to have the game ahead of you. So what I would recommend is packing a lighter of some sort. In my particular case, I would do a Bic lighter. The Bic lighters are cheap, easily obtainable just about anywhere, very simple, makes a little flame. It's got butane inside of this plastic canister here, flint and steel, and then the gas valve right there. And they come in a wide variety of different configurations, as far as the decoration on the deal. This one says Flick My Bic. The other one was a American flag, U.S. Constitution. And this one actually is pretty cool. This is a candle lighting one. So it's got the long little chimney thing so you don't burn your hand. Okay. And what I'd recommend is just, everybody does laundry. So get some dryer lint. Whether you do your laundry at your own house, your parents' house, your grandma's house, your granddad's house, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever, or the washateria, you can get that lint out, because normally it's just going to be thrown in the garbage. Get your lint and you can collect it in a bag like this. Okay? And then you want to have something like this here. This is a little 0.25 or 25 ounce tube or container of Vaseline. And why Vaseline? Vaseline is a petroleum product, so it not only will insulate your lint, it will also help to make it burn in any situation, whether it's wet or not. So I've already got this one out here wet, and you need, three things for fire. You need fuel, you need heat, and oxygen. So there you go. So the first thing you do when you have a fire is you get little sticks like this. This is called Tinder. It's not the app that you swipe left or right on for dating. Okay. Just put the tinder on top, kind of in a little teepee type fashion, just like this. But carrying that Vaseline, you can either already put it on your lint and put it in a plastic bag in your pack, or just take it like this, separately in a Ziploc bag with a lighter, and do it in the field. But it's better to have it done ahead of time. Just kind of make some small balls of it, smaller than this, like I said, the little small one right there, and then go on like that. The next size is going to be kindling, which is this size. So the tinder is kind of a little bit smaller than a pencil or a pen. The kindling is going to be like Sharpie size. Let's put it in that perspective. Your other pieces are going to be bigger. They're going to start to be arm-sized pieces. That's what you call your fuel wood. And your fire needs the three things to burn. It needs heat, which we just made from the flame. It needs oxygen, which is already out there in the air. And it needs, needs heat, oxygen, anyway. Called the fire triangle. All right, you have your fire. Now, obviously, if I wanted to keep this burning, I would just keep adding fuel to it. But I'm not going to do that in this case. So you're already, like I said, you're already in a bad situation when you're out there. So why not stack yourself to success? You can also do something like this, which is called the atomic lighter. Just pops off. You probably can't see this on camera. Just makes like a little purple spark. It's a USB powered lighter. It'll do the same purpose as that, and it'll light everything up. Or you could do one a little fancier, the Wayfinder lighter, which is a butane lighter that has a piezoelectric flame. Supposedly it's good for 30,000 strikes. It works up to 8,000 feet, blah, blah, blah. Fancy, okay? Another thing you might want to pick up, not necessary, is this thing called a fire bellows. And what it does, it just extends out. It's kind of like a little straw. And so you pull it out of the container, you extend it, the big end towards the fire. The company that makes this, I'll put a link in the description on this one, as along with the other ones. The company is called EOG. So I can just put this down here in the flames, and it makes it flame up, okay? In this situation, I'm not trying to build a fire necessarily. It's just for demonstration purposes. Then it collapses back down to that. And it's very lightweight and compact. But if you had a situation where the wood was wet, you might want to consider something like that. Okay? Now, to level up your game, there's another thing here called the InstaFire Fire Starter. Now, you can see right here on the screen, you have different things it's good for: campfire, fireplaces, cooking, charcoal emergency. Military grade, appeared on Shark Tank. This particular package, when full, would operate up to, or start up to 4 fires. So on the back of it, it says that it lights wet wood. This is what it looks like. This is about how much you need to start a regular fire. About 2 ounces of it, as far as volume goes. It's not very heavy. It lights wet wood and burns only 1,000 degrees. It will burn on snow and water, up to 30-mile-per-hour winds. It doesn't flare up. It burns for 5 to 7 minutes. Has a 5-year shelf life. It's in a waterproof pouch. No harmful chemicals, safe to store, and doesn't harm the environment. It's a natural fertilizer. So all you got to do is just put some down here on the ground, just like this. We're going to take these same little sticks here and throw them on the fire. Just a second. And you get your fire. And it is a little bit breezy today, but you can see that. There you go. You got fire. Simple and easy. I'm going to put a link to the description in the description. Ouch. Fire safety for this as well. But you can just do this the same way. Put your sticks on top of it and it will burn. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you on the video today. You know, starting a fire, and you can see it right there. But starting a fire is not that particularly difficult if you have the right tools. But always, you know, if you're able to do this, you know, safely in a park, or you have a fire pit, or you have some place where you can actually start a fire in your backyard or in your local park or something like that where it's, you know, safe and allowed to do so, it's good to practice these skills before you get out in a bad situation and before you get out where you need to do this and it's not working. Alternatively, there are other ways to start fires, and I have them around here somewhere. Let me see where I put those. Oh, here you go. I have, as you can see, I've scraped the crap out of this thing. This is a fire steel. It does have a blade on it, but I wasn't able to get it to ignite my fire. So, oops. Also, I have a inexpensive magnesium fire starter. Got this at Harbor Freight for like $2.50. Same deal though. I scraped it into, I was supposed to scrape about an 1/8 of an inch pile of the magnesium on there and ignite it, and it couldn't get it to work today for whatever reason. But what I did give you is some surefire methods, and I hope that helps you. As I said before, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content here, guys. If you have any comments, you know, what you carry in your fire kit, or you have questions for the community or myself, drop them in the comment area below. Love to see those. Thanks so much for viewing the video, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks, bye.